Servo Pen. This is part of a batch of pens I was given by somebody who was downsizing, and it needed to be restored, which meant it needed a lot of cleaning. It needed a new sack. I am passing this pen on to somebody else who expressed an interest, so even though I haven't used it for 2 full fills the way I usually do, I wanted to get this in this person's hands as soon as possible. So that's a little bit of a premature review. So this is a hard rubber pen. You'll see here the word Servo and in Boston, Massachusetts. That tells me something. Right here, this tells me something else about it. So I will get back to that. The finial is plain. You'll see it's kind of chased like a Waterman's 52. And it's a ring top, which I suppose means it's meant to hang here by a chain, and then of course it unscrews to reveal kind of a small little feed and nib. If you look closely at the nib, I would dig out the magnifier, but all I'd be showing you is a 14K written on it, so nothing much to see there. But this is a vintage pen from the 1920s, so let's see how it writes, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Oh wow, see a few reviews I haven't put up yet. Alright, so this is a Servo. I believe it's made by the Moore Fountain Pen Company, and I will come back to that in just a little bit. I have my reasons, but check out that line variation. This is not an easy pen for me to give to somebody. Much as I think it's going to a good home, I am so tempted to say, "Oh, it didn't arrive in the mail? Gee, I wonder what could have happened to it." Of course, now I'll look pretty stupid if it does get lost in the mail, so I probably shouldn't have said that. So you can already tell this is a pen that can flex. I don't know what that is. Something I saw on Stephen Brown's channel. But yeah, it flexes very well. Let's see, wetness and flow. You can probably already tell from the fact that it's a little shiny. That it's a very wet pen. This ink is a sample I'm trying on recommendation of somebody who thought I missed a few blacks when I was trying out all the... Oh, you didn't even see any of that. Doggone it. Somebody who thought I might have missed a few good blacks while I did my whole black video. So that's what I'm trying out, Diamine Onyx. The smear test. Maybe you can hear this is a little bit scratchy. I'm just not brave enough to do what's the word I'm looking for? Come on. I'm not brave enough to do nib smoothing yet. I just don't feel I'm there yet in my pen restoration. So you can see when it's flexed, it's much wetter. But I don't mind a little bit of feedback on a vintage pen either. I don't mind a little bit of feedback anyway. So this will be a surprise as much as it is to me as it is to you, because I don't do reverse writing. I just call that an ultra extra fine. Alright, let's do a writing sample. And because I really would love to keep this pen, I want a long quote. Okay, yeah. Since I'm starting a new school year, and probably by the time you see this, I've already started it, here's a good one. Since I'm a science teacher in my real world. I apologize for that. I need to pay attention to my preview screen. I will say that there is a very small sweet spot where this is smooth. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that other than it exists. So let me just tell you what little I could find about this pen, because honestly I couldn't find very much. But 1903, there was a gentleman named William Welty who sold books. He was an auditor for Matt Parrott and Sons, and he sold fountain pens too, which were a fairly new innovation at that time. And his customers complained that the pens leaked, blotted, and dropped ink. I have reason to believe he was doing this somewhere in Iowa, but I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, he invented a new design that didn't leak. There was an air vent that allowed ink to flow smoothly onto the paper, and he patented it in 1905. He refined it some more with some more patents in 1906 and 1909s and called it the Welty fountain pen. They started manufacturing them in Janesville, Wisconsin, which you may have heard of if you're a Parker fan. Later he made them himself in the back of an office supply store. And there was apparently demand because he had to hire somebody. Let me just pull this back. He had to hire a pen maker to help him keep up with the demand. So, awesome. And as he grew, he partnered with somebody named William T. Fitzpatrick and incorporated in 1913. These were hard rubber pens, which is what this is. Now here's the specific history of this pen and why it's called Servo. He went into cooperation with the Moore Fountain Pen Company in Boston, Massachusetts. And I showed you earlier, it says Boston, Massachusetts right there. But then eventually Moore took it over entirely. Now, originally there was a servo filling mechanism, which you can look it up on Richard Binder's site. I think I have a link down, well, okay, I haven't even made the YouTube videos yet, so yeah, I have a link down below. It was a different kind of lever inside anyway. And then you see how this lever, I pointed out at the beginning, you pull like a traditional lever. The servo, you would have gone the other way, which I've never seen, but apparently it was a thing. I'm probably glad I don't have that because I would have to hope the original parts still work because you can't buy them. But anyway, this is later. This is a regular lever filler, so I think this is after Moore took it over entirely. So my belief is that this pen was made in the 1920s. And as you can see, oops, very flexible. I'm sure the purists will say it's not a wet noodle, but I don't care. It's fun. So for the person who is getting this pen, and probably already has it by the time this video comes out, hope you're enjoying it. So this is at no cost to me except for maybe the shipping. I got the pen for free as a gift. I put a $2 sack in it. Did lots of cleaning, so I guess I spent a few cents on ammonia and water and a little bit of time. But yeah, so just a fun little pen. So, and I know it's going to a good home. So hope you enjoy, and I hope the rest of you enjoyed this look back into the 1920s. So I thank you for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.